Watch the ride.
Hey everybody, hope you're all doing good out there. So hopefully this current lighting should prove that a recent adaptation I made to the camera was a good idea. And if you're seeing this, then I obviously think it was a good idea. Although this shot may not emphasise the benefit of that because it's so much sunlight in my face. I have a GoPro Hero 9 and it's been a great camera. For the whole time I've had it, it's been almost faultless. And I'm really happy the video that comes out of it and the colour of everything is nice. I would very much like to upgrade at some point, but that's not going to be any time soon, and it's still doing what I need for now, so that's cool. But I did think in the winter time, you know, everything glares so much, it would be good if I could get a polarising lens on this camera. And you can buy snap-on little lens replacements which have got the polarizing lens in it, which can turn, because that's one of the things you don't know about this. Polarizing lens basically remove vertical, horizontal light waves, and you spin it depending on which waves you want to be removing. This removes glare from cars, water, the road, stuff like that, and also brings down the general exposure just a little bit, although the camera's going to compensate for it at the same time. But the idea is it gives you a bit more of an even tone like a neutral density filter would, but it also specifically takes out some of the highest highlights from reflected glare. As I say, I could bought one of the clip-on lenses, but I was like, I have round photography lenses, I'm just going to get one of these. You know, it just pushes over the front of the lens, a couple of grub screws hold it in place, screw on your filter, everything's great. So I bought one. And then it got here and I realised I had polarising filters in like 48, 49, something like that, 50, 50, more than 50, below 50, everywhere but 52, which is specifically what I needed. So I then bought a polarising filter for it. And I put it on the camera and it came out looking like this. Like I was in a diver's helmet. Now the reason that's happening is because the filter that was came on the adapter originally is very, very thin, as in the whole thing, the glass and the surround. Polarizing ones are thicker, so it meant that it was standing further forward from the lens than it should have been. So I thought, well, it's probably just the extension of the filter where, you know, you put a lens cap in or screw in the next filter. I'll sand that off. So I taped up the lens of the filter and I sanded the front of the filter off. Not damaging the glass, obviously. Tried it on the camera. Slightly better, not much at all. I then kind of almost lost hope because I was like, well, it's too late to return these things anyway. I've already sanded down the filter. These two things have now cost me exactly what the purpose-built one would have cost me, because this is me trying to save a bit of money, but it ended up costing me more in the long run, but just because I didn't check what filters I had. Same cost in the long run, but actually I have more versatility now, I suppose, in a way, because I can put whatever filter I want on it. If it's a 52mm, might have to sand the front off, but actually that's probably not going to be such a problem now, because, as I say, it didn't solve the issue. So then I was like, right, well then this mount, this adapter needs to sit further back onto the camera, and it looks pretty thick, and it doesn't need to be thick. So I sanded the back of the adapter down so far that it went from having 2 or 3 millimeters of metal beyond the grub screw to turning the grub screws into a C shape. So they are just about holding the screws in, but they're very close to being a U shape where the grub screw would just fall out. However, this did allow me to get said filter and adapter far enough back onto the lens of the GoPro Hero 9 that I removed all the vignetting issues. Now, if you just use more stabilisation, if you used a more zoomed, you know, setting on the camera, this would not have been an issue, but I like using Super View, and I like using the first level of stabilisation. And the way that works is that the camera's recording a big picture, but what it's exporting out for you to see is a slightly smaller version of that picture, but it's cropped in because it's moving that box around to account for wobble and shake and movement. The smoothing is how it works. So the trick is, you turn the smoothing off on the camera, keep sanding, keep filing your adapters, put it on the camera, and then keep going until you cannot see it in the unstabilised view, and then you'll be good. So this whole thing was a load of mistakes. I mistakenly thought I had the right size filter. I thought I was saving money because I was getting something I already had a filter for. I didn't, so I bought the filter. Then it turns out it wasn't going to work. And it's only through going through different methods of this is not going to work unless I make some serious changes that I got it working. And it's kind of a shame that the company that's making these doesn't realise that, you know, you can't use them with polarizing filters unless you make some major adaptations to it, which could have been done from the factory because there's enough meat left on the thing for it to hold in place, and you could have just moved the grub screw holes in anyway. It's slightly bizarre to me that it seems like they designed it without ever checking it. Or maybe they only used ultra thin filters. I mean, you can do that, you can get ultra thin filters, but I don't think even the ultra thins were gonna not be clipping the corners because I had to move the adapter so far back onto the camera. So that was basically a day of my life trying to get this to work, but I got it working and I'm very pleased about that. And as I say, hopefully it will make things look better. If you've had any scenarios where you've made a mistake and 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 then it's good because you managed to find a way around it, let me know in the comments. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you're new here, and help support me on Patreon and YouTube memberships. I'd really appreciate it. Have a good Christmas, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye. Yeah, this is literally what I built it for. I can't see a thing. You might be able to see better than me currently.